What's up, guys? Ian here, coach of your Ladner Lanturn, bringing you guys our week number 1 team builder for NCL Season 10 Zipstrika, taking on Zayne and the St. Louis Cardinals. So we played Zayne, I believe, once last season, and we won. It was terrifying, and then he lost in the semis, and I was really terrified about playing him in finals, which didn't end up happening. This time is about the same for me all around. Coming into a new season here with a new team, I definitely put a lot less effort into the actual build this time around and more into just picking the Pokemon. I think that's for a couple of reasons. The first being that Zayne has a really odd team where I'm kind of scared, but I'm not scared at the same time. Like, I think anything could come, but anything could stay on the bench, realistically. I don't think that anything's even guaranteed, not even his Kyurem Black. I don't think is guaranteed to come to this game. Outside of that, I want to just get used to the new team. You know, it's a new team, so I wanted to play a little bit more loosely with it and just go with more standard stuff, so to sort of figure out what works, what doesn't work, the strengths and weaknesses are. I'm just going to sort of get into this season a little bit more slowly than I might usually, hoping that my offense can carry me, because the team really doesn't have the best bulk in the world. It's sort of well-rounded bulk rather than like a good defensive backbone like I've had in the last few seasons. So yeah, now let's get right into things here. So Zayne's team consists of Kyurem Black, Thundurus Therian, Florges, Swampert, Hitmontop, Tauros, Mega Houndoom, Aegislash, Serena, Galarian Slowbro, and Mesprit. His priority users, he's got the Hitmontop with Mach Punch, Bullet Punch, Sucker Punch, and Fake Out, Mega Houndoom with Sucker Punch, Aegislash with Shadow Sneak, and I guess in some matchups, Quick Draw, Galarian Slowbro. Hazard setting, he's got the Swampert with Rocks and the Mesprit with Rocks, so it's pretty minimal on the hazard setting there. Removal options, he's got the Thundurus, the Florges with Defog, the Hitmontop with Rapid Spin, and the Serena with Rapid Spin. So Hitmontop, Serena both with Spin, Thundy, Florges both with Defog. 4 times weaknesses, just the Swampert to Grass, which is covered pretty much excellently by the rest of the team. There's absolutely nothing else weak to Grass on the team, and a bunch of resists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resists to Grass, and nothing else is weak to it. So it's almost pointless to bring Grass coverage, but if you need something to kill Swampert, you need something to kill Swampert, right? Alright, like I said, I think anything could come. Least likely things to come, I think Mesprit is one of them. I think Mesprit is one that's reasonably less likely to come. Galarian Slowbro is another, although Galarian Slowbro has a lot of defensive utility for him here. I want to say Tauros, but again, you never know, right? So that's kind of the bottom 3 for me, and that's only because they're like his 3 least likely picks in my mind. Top 3 picks, I think Kyurem Black, Aegislash, Mega Houndoom are the top 3 picks that come to this matchup. And then Hitmontop is like 4th. So, starting with my team then, Urshifu Single Strike, coming in here with the choice Scarfed, U-Turn, Wicked Blow, Close Combat, Ironhead. I don't really care about Hitmontop intimidating me if it's going to Intimidate Cycle, because I'll probably just be clicking Wicked Blow most of the game. But the Hitmontop floor just mean that I can't just click Wicked Blow the whole game, as well as the Mega Houndoom. I'm going to have to click Close Combat and Ironhead at some points. U-Turn is just there to pivot out. I'm outspeeding Kyurem Black, so if it is Scarf Kyurem Black, I will outspeed that. It cannot run Dragon Dance, of course, that is the complex ban on it, but it does have access to Boots, to Freeze Ride, Icicle Spear, all of those goodies it does have access to. Mega Beedrill next. I'm running just an offensive Mega Beedrill with U-Turn, Knockoff, Jab, and Fellstinger. Didn't really know what to put in the last slot, could have pretty much been anything, but I thought about Roost, honestly, which is like a weird Beedrill move, because like, when do you ever click Roost? But I figure if I'm going to threaten something out, I may as well heal. But in the end, I went with Fellstinger because I'm just going to go for game. My team isn't really built to last for more than 50 turns anyways, so if I'm in a position where I can get a Fellstinger kill, I'm going to go for it. U-Turn and Poison Jab are pretty much self-explanatory for the most part, I think. I don't know that anyone needs those explained anymore. Knockoff is just there for the Aegislash, that's realistically it. Although it'll also help against the Galarian Slowbro. I'm running max speed on this, which is super weird. You'd be like, Ian, why are you running max speed when Mega Houndoom's his fastest mon? It's because of Scarf Mesprit. So if Mesprit does come and it's Scarf, I'm going to outspeed it by 1 point. That's the benefit of being a base 145. You do outspeed base 80 Scarfers by 1 point exactly. Which means that Mega Beedrill will always be able to get a U-Turn kill off on Hoop Unbound. Fun fact. But it's also going to come in clutch against possible Scarf Master. So that's why I'm creeping for it. It doesn't benefit me all that much because I could be adamant if I wasn't, but I figure, you know, the off chance that he brings Scarf Master tries to T-Wave or Psychic my Beedrill, you know, it's a nice lure for the Beedrill where I can be like, oh, I'll stay in, and then he Scarf Master and he kills me, right? But if I outspeed him, it doesn't matter. Heatran is next here. I'm just bringing the leftovers. Heatran, specially defensive. This is designed to handle the Mega Houndoom pretty well. It shouldn't be able to beat me 1v1. Same with Galarian Slowbro. It shouldn't really be able to beat me 1v1. I think it does get Earthquake though, so I have to watch out for that. And some sort of like special Aegislash variant would have to be running close combat for me. So I guess it'll have to be mixed. Thundy T, I can also kind of handle that. Mesprit I can definitely handle. So it sort of handles the special threats for the most part, barring special Cure and Black. Definitely handles Florges as well. Rocks, Earth Power, Lava Plume, Protect. His removal is there, but I think Rocks are valuable enough against the Mega Houndoom that it's worth my time. Earth Power hits the Mega Houndoom, Lava Plume hits everything else. I guess Earth Power will also hit Swampert, but there you go. And then I have Protect over anything else just to scout some moves. You know, if the Cure and Black wants to like lock into something, then scout what it wants to go for. Those sorts of things, right? Get some more leftovers recovery on something like a Hitmontop. Stalling out a close combat turn is never a bad thing. And like I said, I'm very specially defensive. I'm Flash Fire as well for the Mega Houndoom to make that a little bit easier. Otherwise, I could be Flame Body and try and get some physical Mons burned, but it's not really worth it when it's a specialty defensive Mon. But my physically defensive Mon is Reuniclus. I'm running the leftovers with Recover, Focus Blast, Shadow Ball, and Psyshock, fully physically defensive with a tiny little bit of speed there to outrun no speed Galarian Slowbro. Knowing Zayne, he'll probably run like 20 speed and outrunning me anyways, but never mind that, right? Focus Blast is there for the Mega Houndoom, that's it. That's the only thing I'll probably click Focus Blast against. In a pinch against Kieran Black and Tauros, maybe? But most of the time it's going to be for the Houndoom trying to switch into me. Shadow Ball for the Aegislash, which, you know, primarily for the Aegislash, but also for the Slowbro and the Mesprit, and then Psyshock to hit everything else. Psyshock is just better here against Calm Mind Florges. Otherwise, I would just be running Psychic because it'll hit Kieran Black a little bit better than Psyshock will, but Calm Mind Florges is always a possibility. Calm Mind Mesprit, always a possibility, things of that nature, right? So I want to run Psyshock. I'm also running Physically Defensive Shaman, I believe, which is for... no, I'm just Bulky Shaman. It's designed for the Aegislash. I don't really have a Kieran Black answer, by the way. Like, it kind of just doesn't exist on my team. My whole team is weak to the combination of Freeze Dry and Icicle Spear. There's just not much you can do about that. Not a lot of Mons get that, physical and special ice coverage, but I'm weak to it all the way around, and that's something that I would maybe look towards in free agency. Heatran is the only resist, I should say. Heatran is the only resist, but gets bought by Earth Power, so he really only needs 3 moves. He could opt out of Freeze Dry and put Fusion Bolt on as well, which would accomplish the exact same thing. Again, it's not often where something will get physical ice coverage and special ice coverage, or like physical and physical ice and electric coverage. Like, I think Primarina could handle special just fine, but physical is gonna bop Primarina. So yeah, I lose to that Pokemon. I'm gonna have to pick a sack. Most of the time the physical variant will be semi-handled by Reuniclus, but Shaman is here for the other Mons on the team. Earth Power for the Aegislash and the Houndoom. Leech Seed just to be annoying. Rest and Seed Flare. Rest, obviously, Natural Cure heals Rest, so I don't need like Sleep Talk or anything like that. And then Seed Flare, just another annoying move. This switches to Swampert super easily. Excuse me. Also switches into Florges super easily. I can kind of just like stall out a Florges in some cases, like Leech Seed up on it, and then bring something else in like Heatran, get a bunch of recovery back. Bring something in like Beedrill, get a bunch of recovery back. Pretty much anything that's not named Urshifu I can bring in on Florges. I'm running a ton of speed to outspeed Kieran Black. In a pinch, Earth Power will kill Kieran Black sometimes. I am running a like even amount of defense and special defense with near max HP, and then just a little bit in special attack there to do nothing, pretty much. I don't think that it'll even make a difference, but where else am I going to put the EVs, right? I want it to be equally bulky, and there's nowhere else to put the EVs, so there you go. Primarina is last. I'm running an Assault Vest Prim here, designed for a secondary Mega Houndoom answer. Oh, Shaman is also a really solid Thunderous answer. The fact that I only am bringing resisted moves is just poor prep, but there you go. Prim Energy Ball for the Swampert. That's the only thing I'd click it on, really. Flip turn to get out. It's good momentum to bring Urshifu in, possibly. I do have triple, like, momentum, so it's not a bad thing here. Moonblast is just catch-all move against the majority of this team. Pretty much everything not named Slowbro or Aegislash really doesn't want to take a Moonblast. And then Scald for the Slowbro Aegislash. Realistically, burning Hitmontop, burning Tauros, burning Serena. I mean, I would never click it against Serena, but Houndoom as well. I'm running a little bit of speed on the Prim to outrun Aegislash, no speed Aegislash, or no speed Swampert, or both, whatever works there. Just a little bit more than I usually would because I didn't really feel like I needed the breakpoint there. This is actually supposed to be 248 HP. That's weird that I would do it that way. 228 special attack. So that is the Prim Arena there. Nothing out of the ordinary on that one. In terms of what I'm not bringing, Regieleki cannot beat Thundy T 1v1, nor can it beat Swampert, but there's a few electric resist on here and a Florges, so it's not really got the best matchup in the world, in my opinion. Like, I think Thundy just kind of comes in on Regieleki and then is a threat. Swampert can come in on Regieleki. I can set like screens or whatever, but Swampert getting up rocks just being generally annoying is a problem. Serena resists Regieleki, and Serena can get him momentum, or it can just hit off, get off a big hit. Excuse me. Florges comes in on Regieleki relatively freely. There's worlds where I can 2-hit KO it. If it's physically defensive, if it's physically defensive, I can 2-hit KO it with like Specs T-Bolt, but then Swampert comes in for free, right? Or Specs Electro Ball. Palisand, I didn't feel like had the best matchup here, I'm not gonna lie. Realistically, like looking at this team, there's an Aegislash that kills Palisand, there is a Houndoom that kills Palisand, a Kieran Black that kills Palisand, Serena that kills Palisand, Swampert that kills Palisand, and then Thundy can just run Dark Pulse anyways, so Palisand has pretty much an unmatched up defensively, and it's not really the best offensive mon in the world either. Scyther, Scyther's okay. I think the main thing for me is the Aegislash, and having Kieran Black like outrun me or something. But Scyther's an okay like Hitmontop answer for the most part. It's an okay Hitmontop answer. I can't naturally outrun the Houndoom without being Scarf though, which kind of sucks because I'd like to outspeed that, and like get a hit off or something, or get a U-turn off, but just not possible because I don't have webs. Pardon me. Druddigan, it's basically the same idea as Palisand, right? Doesn't have the best defensive matchup. Floor just comes in on it mostly for free. I can run Gunk Shot or something, but the reason I would want to bring Druddigan to this matchup is just for glare spam, and there's kind of a lack of speed for the most part. Like, a lot of stuff is really middling speed, and then he's got like Mega Houndoom, Tauros, and like the higher areas. So Druddigan, not a no-show here. And then Perugly, it's Perugly. I don't really know what to say to that. So that is the team. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the team builder here. And I'll catch you guys for the match where we take on Zayne and the St. Louis Cardinals.